Hi Queens, welcome back. My name's Erica, if you don't know me. I just wanted to start out by saying that I know sometimes things feel a little lonely, but you're not alone. And there's more people out here that are striving to do better for themselves, and you're totally capable of doing anything you put your mind to. I feel like it might sound like I'm saying the same thing over and over again but I feel like you have to do that. You have to continuously feed your soul what it is you want, and affirming to yourself that you're fully capable of anything that you really want to do is exactly what you should be doing. So basically, that's hopping right into what I really wanted to talk about, and it's basically you have to fill your own cup. You can get your cup filled from someone else, but it's important that you know how to fill your own cup. Now, I have anyways. I've researched love languages. I've researched attachment styles, which comes from your upbringing and your caregivers, whoever that was, your parents, grandparents, anybody that cared for you when you were younger, established that attachment for you. I find it very interesting, and it makes like total sense. It makes like the most sense once you've really listened to all the videos, and it's kind of like the love languages where you could either have gifts, words of affirmation, physical touch, quality time, or acts of service. Those are the love languages. And then you have the attachment styles, which is fearful avoidant, dismissive avoidant, anxious avoidant, secure, and I think there's another one. But like each one of those, we kind of have a little bit of each one. We're not just like one of them. We kind of have like degrees of each one. And really, for like the attachment styles, we should be secure attached, which falls in with your needs. So you have to be able to fill your own cup. The way you become insecure, or anxious, or fearful, or any of those other attachments is because you have a need that's not being met, and you're expecting or hoping that someone else is going to meet it, and they don't meet it the way that you were wanting it to be met or needing it to be met. You don't even understand that's what's happening, and so then you get triggered, and then now you're upset or whatever is happening. And then you go to whatever coping mechanism that you have. Everybody has their own thing. It could be food, it could be drinking, it could be smoking, it could be intimacy, like sex, it could be fighting, whatever it is. Everybody has their own thing. So I find it very important and this is what's changed me in a lot of ways. I mean, aside from like obviously God plays such a big role, but getting down to your individual life, like understanding your like how you grew up and how that affected you, whatever traumas that you've had, like actually facing this. And this takes a lot to actually sit down and be like, all right, like reality, this happened to me, I've been through this, all of these things, and then allowing yourself to feel that way, forgiving yourself for either allowing it or it happening. If that person wasn't able to apologize to you, you weren't able to get the closure, whatever, forgiving yourself for like experiencing that, just forgiveness, gratitude, taking lessons from it, and moving forward. That's important. And then establishing constant self-care rituals that you can do every day. And I really don't even want to say rituals. It's just more of like, you're upset, something makes you upset, so why do you continue doing it? These people don't support your future and they make you feel anxious, why are you going to be around them? Because it's toxic. You know that this person isn't gonna fulfill your needs, or they're also like taking from you, so why are you enduring it? That's a form of self-care, is just kind of leaving all of that alone. I mean, there's so many different categories, and I was gonna make a whole nother video on that, but this is just like one. Like, just do your research, like start there. If you're willing to like dig deep into yourself and actually like see how, like who you really are, and reflect and like wanting to fix it, that's where I would start. That's what I've done. I found some incredible people, like psychology videos on YouTube. I watch a lot of like preachers, like pastors too. I gravitate to either one, women or men, but like that's helped a lot, watching psychology videos. I like doing the spiritual side and the like science side, because psychology is kind of like the science. It's the study of the mind and the human mind, but it's makes so much sense, and it helps you to navigate yourself, because all of that affects your everyday habits and your comfort zones. So like you might have these big goals for your life, but because you're not able to fill your own cup and maintain your your happiness on your own, you don't keep up with the things that you want to do, because you're not able to have that discipline, because you're so like all over the place with your emotions. You can't even focus on like what you actually want to do. Or the best one was when I watched a couple of this, her name is Thais Gibson, and she does the psychology videos. It's called the Personal Development School, which I love. But the one thing she said was basically like, the reason why you don't accomplish the things that you want to accomplish is because in your head you want to do one thing, but in your back of your mind, your subconscious is ruling, that unhealed part of you is ruling your comfort zone. So you want to do something that I want to go work out, but no, the inside of me wants to stay in bed and be comfortable because that's safe. You're associating holding yourself back and keeping yourself as safety, when nothing is scary about going and working out. Like, that's gonna benefit you, if anything. That's just a small, there's so many other things. But so this has helped me a lot. I mean, it's taken time. Like, it's not like I just did this last week. This is like 3 years, 2 years, like honestly, longer than that, because I went through stages of other things like drinking and drugs and partying, but that was like 10 years ago. But I would say like the last like 2 years is when I really dove deep into the psychology, and it was really like, because I wasn't smoking, I wasn't drinking, partying, none of that. I just got tired of feeling, you have to get to a point where you're just like, I'm done with that. I don't want to feel that way anymore. It's doing nothing for me. I want to better myself for the people around me. You have to be at that point, and then that way you're willing and you're more open to like analyze yourself, because self-care is not just, oh, let me put on a face mask and let me do some meditation. It's like looking yourself in the mirror and criticizing yourself because it's the truth. Like, stop being lazy. You have to tell yourself these things, and then so that you can fix it. Like, you can't just, everyone has to do that. At least I've had to do that for myself, and that was just recently too. So it's just, you have to be at a point in your self-care journey to want to look yourself right in the mirror and not love yourself enough to be like, all right, like, I love myself, but I have flaws, and these are the things I want to fix. So if you have any ideas of things that you've done maybe that have helped you, go ahead and comment them below. I'd love to hear them. But that's what I've done. I'm like such a researcher that I looked up tons of videos. I binge watched Thais Gibson. Like, she's so great, and that helped me understand a lot about like the types of relationships that I would get myself into, or like the stuff that I would how I would get triggered on certain things. But knowing that now, I can see it, you know, and now I can like, okay, calm down, you know, like it's not that you stop reacting to those things, it's just the way that you react, because the way you react is everything. Your reaction to life is 90% of the problem. So other than that, I feel like can talk about this forever, honestly. But so I'll make other videos about it in depth, because with each love language, you can fill your own cup with each one. Like, for instance, like words of affirmation, like you every day should be writing down like the things you've accomplished, or like things that you love about yourself, not waiting for someone else to do that for you. Although, like, obviously we're human, and that it's okay to want that from someone else, but to make that your only source and you don't do it for yourself, it will eventually put you in a predicament where you're gonna lack, because other people aren't always gonna be there. They have their own stuff going on, so you have to make sure that you're doing that for yourself consistently. So that's kind of like where I'm at now, and I think this is important. Like, I feel like it's genuine when I'm talking about this stuff. I feel like, because I'm going through it, you know, like I'm not going to talk about something that I've not gone through, that I have no idea about. So these are the kind of videos that I want to make. If you have any other ideas, feel free to comment below, comment a crown, because we are worthy queens. And I'll be back with another video once I'm going through anything. I'll be back. All right.